Mrs. Riley met Father Duffy on the street in Dublin, Ireland. And she says, "Father Duffy, do you remember me?" He says, "Don't believe I do." She says, "I'm Mrs. Riley. You married me and your husband 3 years ago." "Oh, did I now? Do you have any little ones?" "No, we've been trying for 3 years, but no luck." He says, "I tell you what, I'm going to Rome tomorrow, and I'm going to light a candle for you." Well, about 8 years pass. They meet again on the same street. "Father Duffy, do you remember me?" He says, "Yes, you're Mrs. Riley. The last time I saw you, you told me you were married 3 years, and I asked you if you had any little ones, and you said no, you were trying. And I said, I'm going to go to Rome and light a candle for you." "Well, I did. I went to Rome and I lit a candle for you. Do you have any little ones now?" She says, "Yes, we have 10. We have 2 sets of triplets, a set of twins, 2 single births, and I'm pregnant." "Oh my, does your husband help you with all the children?" She says, "Most of the time he does, but not today. Today he went down to Rome to blow out the friggin' candle." A single father had 3 teenage daughters upstairs getting dressed to go out on dates. He sat down to read the paper. There's a knock on the door. "Good evening, sir. My name is Eddie. I've come to take out Betty. We're home for spaghetti. Is she ready?" He says, "I don't know. Let me check. Hey, Betty, there's a guy named Eddie wants to take you to spaghetti. You ready?" Betty was ready. She went out with Eddie for spaghetti. He sat down to read the paper. There's a knock on the door. "Good evening, sir. My name is Joe. I've come to take out Flo. I got tickets for a show. She ready to go?" "I don't know. Let me check. Hey, Flo, there's a guy named Joe. He has tickets for a show. You ready to go?" Flo was ready to go. She went out to the show with Joe. He sat down to read the paper. There's a knock on the door. "Good evening, sir. My name is Chuck." "Get out." For a birthday, a woman decided to have a complete facelift. She went to the hospital. They performed the surgery. She spent 2 days in recovery, and she was discharged. Before she leaves the hospital, she looks in the mirror, can't believe how young she looks. Goes downstairs to buy a newspaper, asks the owner of the store, "How old do you think I am?" He says, 29, 30. She says, "I'm 47, and she is thrilled. She goes around the corner into McDonald's, orders a hamburger. Goes up to the cashier. She says to the cashier, "How old do you think I am?" Cashier says, 31, 32. She says, "I'm 47. Oh, is she excited? Sits down, reads the paper, eats the hamburger, goes outside to the bus stop. At the bus stop, there's an 85-year-old man. She says, "How old do you think I am?" He says, "Well, I'll tell you, my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, but I can tell a woman's age just by fondling her breasts." The woman looks up and down the street. No one's coming. She says, "Go ahead." After 5 minutes, she says, "Okay, stop. That's enough. How old am I?" He says, "You're 47. She says, "That's right. How do you know?" He says, "I was online behind you in McDonald's."